Hi, welcome back to week 3 of our breath, energy, and also nervous system. When people hear the word energy, they either lean in or tune out. But what if I told you that your experience experience energy every single day without calling it that? Sometimes pain, 1 second here. Sometimes pain isn't loud or is loud, it's heavy, it's dense, or hard to describe. Is that feeling that people call stuck. It isn't weakness, and it isn't your imagination either. You don't have to believe in chi or energy for this to matter. Your nervous system already operates on communication flow, adaptation. Tonight, I want to explain stuck energy or stuck chi in a simple physical term so that you can understand your pain without sounding mystical. Am I too bright? But before we go there, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Vincent Woon from Stress Out Stress Free. Over here, we share with you to people like you how to stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. And I'm also the #1 bestseller. Your stress stops here in Amazon. In this book, I talk about 10 strategies to change your habits in 59 seconds or less. And you can get a copy of my book by going to stressoutstressfree.system, systeme.io, uh, /free chapters. And you can also get it from scanning the QR code here. 1 second, let me just move this over here. All right. For those who are here last week, what did we talk about last week? Anybody remember? Let me put down in the chat. Let me know. What did we talk about last week? Right. Last week we talked about why you can't stop yawning. I'm going to put the link in the description here in the chat, or you can look at the link in the description below too. Okay. And it's about things that the body doesn't what do you call that? It's about things that the body does without asking permission, like yawning, sighing, trembling, and some even twitching. Those are often signs that your nervous systems. Those are often signs that your nervous system is what? Nervous system is saying, "I'm." They are, excuse me. Those are also signs that your nervous system is saying that is releasing or it's time to is finally resetting. And your homework last week was what? How many of you done your homework? Let me know in the chat. Even if you're watching after the fact, let me know. The homework last week is don't depress your sighing, right? Let your yawn happen and notice your body does what your body does and how, when it feels safe. Well, you don't need to change the release. Just stop interrupting it. Okay. And let me know in the chat if you did it. If not, just you can go back to the to watch it at this link here in the chat, and also in the description below. You can check it out. Okay. All right. Today's title for this live is. Oh, let me just take that away. Okay. Stuck chi. What is stuck chi? Stuck chi is stuck energy. I want to start tonight with something simple. You don't need to believe in energy, because your nervous system already does it. Most people hear words like energy or chi, and they don't know what to do with it. It can sound abstract or even unreal, right? But then they feel something very real, tightness that won't go away, heaviness in their chest, tension that moves from one place to another place. And they ask why. And they ask, what is this? Well, tonight I want to explain to you energy in the simplest way as possible. Not as something mystical, but as something your body experiences every day. Well, what's energy or chi really means? When I talk about when when too fast. When I talk about energy, I'm talking about communication inside the body, not theoretically but physically. The circulation is the blood bringing oxygen and the nutrient. With the nerve signaling is the message between the brain and the body. With breath is the movement and the rhythm. With tissue hydration is the ability of the tissue to glide and move. When this system moves freely, the body feels lighter and more responsive. But when something gets interrupted, what happens? The body feels stuck, right? Stuck energy often means stuck communication. It's not bad. For example, have you ever sat too long and your leg goes numb? Right? How many of you had that before? Let me know in the chat. Oops. Or after so the tissue didn't break. It is the communication that changed. Or after a stressful conversation, your shoulder stays tight. 1 second, let me just adjust. Oops. When I raise my hand, the camera just moves because it thinks I'm signaling. 1 second there. Okay, good. All right. So where were we? So it's the communication that changed. Or after a stressful conversation, your shoulders stay tight for hours, even after the conversation ends. The event is over, but the body haven't finished processing it yet. When I was practicing, I often touch an area and feel it's tense, but almost quiet. Then, as the nerve system force soften, warmth return, breath deepen, and the tissue changes. That's not magic. That's communication being restored. This is why most of you do. Let's. This is where we do something together. Okay. Let's do something simple together. It's called live body scan. So basically, what you need to do is close your eyes if that's feel comfortable, right? Bring your attention to your feet. So we're going to start from the bottom up, okay? So bring your attention to the feet. Stop for a little bit. Okay, I want you to notice, do they feel warm? Do they feel cold? Or do they feel heavy? Or just neutral? All right, you just want to notice that. Now, let's move your attention slowly to your legs. Okay, move your attention to your legs. And then notice if they feel warm. Do they feel cold? Do they feel heavy or neutral? Moving along, let's go to your hip. So we're moving from your feet, your legs, and then your hip. So let's see. Notice that do they feel warm? Your hip feel warm, cold, heavy, or neutral? Hi, Steve. How are you doing? Good to see you here. Hope you guys in your Canada is not too cold, right? We had a blizzard. Actually, it's a northeaster. It's crazy. Yesterday from 6 o'clock a.m., but it started heavier, starting snowing like about 10 o'clock a.m. to this morning. Well, ends about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And I went out to clean the car. It was about 2 feet deep. So the people are cleaning like crazy. Anyways, this is a crazy winter. All right, let's get back to where we were just now. Okay, you move to your hip and then pause. Wait. Notice that do they feel warm? Do they feel cold? Or do they feel heavy? Or just neutral? Then let's move to your stomach. You're doing a live body scan now, so move to your stomach. You're gonna notice that do they feel your stomach feel warm? Does it feel cold? Does it feel heavy or neutral? Okay, just let's just notice that only. Okay. So your chest. Let's move to your chest now. Notice if do they feel warm? Chest feel warm, heavy, cold, or neutral? Moving along, let's move to the shoulder now. Notice if they feel warm, cold, or heavy, or neutral. Let's move along to your jaw. Notice if do they feel heavy, feel warm, or cold, or just neutral, like nothing happened. Okay, now move to your forehead. I want you to notice does your forehead feel warm, feel cold, or heavy, or neutral? So what you don't do is don't change anything, just notice. All right, you can let me know how you feel. Which part where how you feel. If it's cold, warm, heavy, or neutral. This is important because awareness itself changes, itself creates changes. Attention tells the nervous system this area matter and is safe to reconnect. For example, this is why sometimes when someone simply notices their jaw, it starts to soften without forcing it. Awareness is the beginning of movement. Let's see why pain shows up, where energy stalls. Pain doesn't show up randomly, it shows up where the body has adapted the longest. For example, neck pain is from being vigilant. The neck is constantly scanning, adjusting, or preparing. People who carry responsibility, pressure, or constant alert often hold tension here. And lower back pain is overloading the lower back, stabilize the lower back, stabilize your support, right? Lower back stabilize and support. When life feels overwhelming, the body reflects the load. Jaw tension is and expression is suppressed. The jaw engages when words are held back, when emotions are expressed unexpressed. For example, I work with the clients. Where I've worked with clients that jaw soften simply after they felt hurt. Not aggressive technique, just safety. Well, pain isn't punishment. It's a message. The body isn't trying to hurt you. It's trying to protect you. Some of you may ask, or maybe skeptical of, is energy real or is it a muscle? Or is it just muscle? It's both. Muscle are typically physical expression. Energy is the communication that controls them, right? Why does tension move around? Have you sometimes noticed that your pain move around? Well, it's because the nervous system adapts when the area feels safer, another area may review itself. You don't have to believe anything tonight. Just notice and experience. Your body will teach you. All right, let's let's go to some homework. Just 2 minutes a day. I want you to pause, close your eyes, and scan your body. No fixing, no forcing, just listening. Because when your body feels hurt, it begins to change. All right. Let me just go back to the body scan again, so you know what we're doing. All right. Let me just explain to you one more time the body scan. So you want to start with your feet, and you work from your feet, and then all the way up to your forehead. Okay. First, you're going to start with the feet. You want to notice that they don't what they do they feel warm, cold, heavy, or neutral. Then we move our attention slowly to our legs. Same thing. Do you notice? You want to notice if the legs feel warm, cold, heavy, or neutral. You can close your eyes if you want. It's better to close your eyes so you can feel it. Okay. Then we'll move along to your hip. Notice to see if they feel warm, cold, heavy, or neutral. Your stomach. Then we move to your stomach. Let's notice that does it feel warm, feel cold, heavy, or neutral. Moving along to your chest. Does your chest feel warm, heavy, cold, or neutral? And you move on to your shoulder. Does your shoulder feel warm, cold, heavy, or neutral? Moving along to your jaw. Do you notice that they feel warm, cold, heavy, or neutral? Last but not least, your forehead. Notice if they feel warm, heavy, or neutral. Okay, if you feel anything, let me know in the chat. Okay, if you're watching after the fact, still let me know in the chat so I see your response. So don't forget to do your homework. What we just show you just now. You spend about 2 minutes every day to scan your body from your feet up, feet, legs, hip, stomach, shoulder, and then your forehead, your jaw and your forehead. Well, my goal here is to help you realize energy isn't mystical. It's how the body communicates, adapt, and protect. Right? Hopefully, you get to learn that. And if you find this helpful, please like, share this with a friend or your coworker or your family or somebody who needs this or somebody might know this. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and click on the notification button, the bell, and then you will be notified when we are live. And our next show, next week, we're going to be talking about next week, the last week of this series is to slow down to heal. So make sure you are tuning in, okay? And don't forget, you can get the free chapter of my book by going to your stress stops here. Nope, your stress stops stress-free .system systeme.io /free chapters. Or you can scan the QR code right here. To get access to the free chapter. Remember, working hard doesn't have to mean burning out. Take care of yourself. Notice those stress signal and don't forget stuck chi. You can also support us by going to buymeacoffee.com/Vincent Woon. Right here in the chat or in the link in the description below. Okay. And excuse me. And you can also support us by sending us some super chat or super thanks. Okay. And You can also get in touch with us by going to Stress Out Stress Free in Facebook, Stress Out Stress Free in Instagram, at Winston Woon in Twitter or X, or at Winston Woon NYC in TikTok. Okay. So till next week, I see you. Be well, be healthy, and stay healthy. And I see you in the next video. And also stay warm.